On my wrist today is one of the craziest watches we source for the watch shop over at huntingtoncompany.com, the XQO Softwatch Salvador Dali. Let's turn the camera around and take a closer look at this very quirky, vintage, neo-vintage era watch that was done for a museum. So as the story goes, these vintage soft watches were created for a museum when they were highlighting a few Salvador Dali pieces. But the problem with these watches was that they didn't have the copyright license to use the Salvador Dali name, but they still did so after a lawsuit and were later shut down, so only a handful of these were ever produced and sold. This example was from France and came with its original box and papers and has actually already sold at the vintage watch shop. As always, if you guys are looking for something this cool, make sure you guys reach out via Instagram, email, or in the comments below, and we'd gladly source another piece. But for now, we get to take a look and admire the Softwatch by XQO, one of the coolest alternatives to the very expensive Cartier Crash. The watch does wear large and had two different variations when it came to this example. A smaller case and then this larger case. This one, if I'm not wrong, comes in at around 44 millimeters in height and close to 32 millimeters in width because of the larger bottom half. Housed inside is a simple Ronda quartz movement. These watches are affordable for under $2,000 and you are getting a great Cartier Crash alternative. I honestly think this is the only alternative out there that doesn't count as a fake or a replica to the Cartier Crash. So if you're looking for that design but don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, this soft watch is a perfect alternative to that. This is a true conversation starter. Every time I show anybody this, from family, friends, or other collectors who don't know what it is, they are actually pretty surprised and intrigued by the piece. It is a Salvador Dali painting on your wrist. The watch is gorgeous. The price isn't too high. These have gained some crazy popularity because of some big influencers on Instagram in the past 2 to 3 years, but you can understand why. When Cartier Crashes got their hype being seen on Kanye and Tyler the Creator, the watches skyrocketed in price and people were looking for an alternative to what is now a very popular watch, the Cartier Crash. So out came the soft watch, and I think it is, again, the best alternative for the money. So if you're looking for something as cool as this, feel free to reach out because I think these watches pack a lot of value. With such a unique case and dial design when it comes to under $2,000, I could understand why these have become so collectible. There's a handful of different variations that you can find, from paintings on the dial to simple Roman examples like this, even in steel and rose gold tone cases. I hope you guys learned something new when it came to the XQO Softwatch, and if you didn't know these ever existed, now you do, and I bet you are taking a look at this brand and what it meant back in the 90s when these were first released. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.